It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Coming up next.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Enough build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're off and running from Western New York. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Milton Williams making the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. Racing down the left side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
May will throw to get us started here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
That's exactly what you want to see from your defense. First time they take the field, already have a lead, but they don't rest on their laurels. Instead, they just keep on attacking. They're keeping the pedal down to hammer home that advantage.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Rush coming for May. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Patriots punt team coming out with former sixth-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. To the air again, Allen. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Still inches to go on third down. Shakir in motion right. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on fourth down.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on fourth down.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 13-0 lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is May. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the air on 1st down, May. Wow, wide open here, complete. Running down the left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Stevenson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. They'll try and run in with Stevenson. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's third and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
And he's in for the touchdown. The Patriots make it a 1-score game. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Hooking toward the upright, but it's good. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. He keeps it and takes off. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They put a receiver in motion here left. 2nd and 4. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's May. Cut by Diggs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All set up now for 1st and 10. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. May now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. Drake made the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Patriots tie things up at 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 13. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they're going to be looking for a little redemption after their interception last drive led to a tie ball game, 14-all. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, Allen throwing again. Dumps it off to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st down, Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
To throw again, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw again. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Allen now on 1st down. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Allen on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the grab. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Gibson. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense all set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. He'll get this to Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now a give to Stevenson, coming right. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's made in the air. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Diggs there to bring it in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a New England first down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Patriots tie this game at 21. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Bills set to take over offensively. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First down throw for Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Bills would take the lead with a score. Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Catch made over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Motion man sent left. To the air again, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Again, Allen to the air. Shakir with the grab. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. And the Patriots in the nickel for this third down call. Running back sent in motion left. Allen on third and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're now set for first and 10. Throwing it again here. Throw caught at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take the lead just before halftime. Josh Allen, the touchdown. His third total score in this game. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, so the Patriots headed out on offense again just before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. From the gun, it's May. Cut by Diggs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down throw for May. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. May now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. May on 1st and 10. Sends it to Diggs along the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. It's halftime here in Buffalo. The Bills with the lead after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He accounted for 3 touchdowns in that first half. 1 in the air, 2 more on the ground. And he's been electrifying to this point. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Kickoff taken at the 3. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Patriots and Stephon Diggs getting set for this next offensive possession. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Ball at the 33 for first down. Operating from the gun, here's May. That'll be complete to Hollins. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Going play action, May. That one's complete, right side. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's May. Throw left side, caught by Douglas. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. To the air yet again, May. Brought in by Hollins. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. This one's caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing is May. The back's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Getting out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. May looking to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Starting at the 10. Returns looking good so far. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They've got 1st down from the 31. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen working the sideline. That's Coleman. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 36. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Allen from the gun here on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Down the sideline inside the 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 23. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. On 1st down, Allen can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. This throw is caught. And this one does not go far. Five men in the secondary for the Pats. 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion right. Allen on 3rd down. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills grow their lead to 8. Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Gibson. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On play action, here's May. Finds him on the crossing route. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibson. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. May now from the gun. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Gibson hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So the Patriots leaving the offense out there. Look at this. They want 2 more here. He's throwing for it. And they draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Return starts at the 9. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Bills ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, here's Allen. That won't be caught outright, it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Second and 10 now. Pass complete to Cook. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Allen now on 1st down. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Man in motion here. To the air again. Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The New England offense running out now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Gibson here from the gun. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a New England 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st and 10. Here's Stevenson. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's May. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Stevenson gets it on 3rd down. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Stevenson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Connects with Cook. On the move, past the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Second and 3 now. From the 27. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Allen gonna throw again. Connection made to Shakir. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Cook trying this one up the gut. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. It's a James Cook touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots send Demario Douglas with the football once again. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. They're out and set, first and 10. May. He completes it in traffic. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Here's Gibson on second down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up. To throw, here's May. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
First down throw for May. He'll get this to Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, it's May. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To the air yet again, May. Throwing deep for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on fourth down. It keeps this drive moving.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on. And turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
May now on third down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Offense up to the line fast. On play action, here's May. Over to Douglas on the sideline, caught. And he's down to the 8 before going out. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he has the New England touchdown. Lining up now to try the extra point. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Patriots chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. Breaks through, and he might break away. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's a give to Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Bills take a knee, and they'll let the seconds tick away in this win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy.